guys, welcome back to my channel. For all my dear debutants, hi, my name is Shrishtisha. Thank you so much for dropping in, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. With the video title, you must have known that this video is all about my half of the decade. You guessed it right, 5 years of my life in London. Imagine, I was just 18 when I moved here, clueless on how to cook, clean, and even less of an idea of what I was getting myself into. Fast forward 5 years later, I have studied, I have graduated, and I have worked everything from Pret to Louis Vuitton and traveled across Europe and finally landed my dream job at finance. So, today I'm spilling all the lessons that I have learned about living, working, surviving, and thriving in London. Plus, this video is gonna have all the hacks, all the apps that I wish somebody had told me when I moved here. So, if you're planning to move here, this video will save you a lot of headaches. Stick here around and it'll be fun to watch. Alright, let's start with moving out at 18. Spoiler alert, it is terrifying, trust me. London is huge, busy, and very intimidating if you've never lived abroad. My first week, I still remember. I got lost on tube 3 times. By the 4th day, I realized how I want to segue my life into this country. I started taking pictures. I started making sure that this is the entrance I take or this is the exit that I want to take to reach faster, whether it's my home or it's my university. I finally figured out. Small victories, you guys, small victories. Life at University of Westminster taught me more than just academics. I feel London in general taught me more about life, which any school would have failed to teach me. I was suddenly cooking, I was cleaning, I was paying bills, I was figuring out my life, how to survive on a 5-day for lunch because budget is very important, guys. For traveling, the apps that saved my sanity was Citymapper or Google Maps. You can use either of them, but they are extremely helpful. For money wise, I used Monzo. These are all non-sponsored just in case, but Monzo saved a lot of effort of channeling my funds into savings, into investments, and etc. You can choose, they have a different kind of a plan. I also used Meetup, or you can use the new version Bumble BFF to make new friends and in meeting new people. I was a part of Indian society, which helped me a lot because talking to strangers, making new friends, it is all about socializing because your network over here becomes your London family, guys. So that helped me a lot. All my religious festivals, or be it my birthdays, or be it any big or small event in my life, I got my closest friends through that pool. Pro tip, never underestimate the power of asking people for directions. I used to do that when I just recently came here, so it is okay to ask for help to them, and surviving in uni is just a beginning. Then came the jobs that actually taught me real life lessons. I started at Pret, making coffees faster than any human should legally be able to. Then came Costa. After Costa, it came Marriott International. What Marriott taught me has been amazing. I'll come to that one by one, but after Marriott, it came Louis Vuitton, and now Equity Energies in finance. Pret and Costa, it taught me patience, discipline, how to smile even if I have a worst days of my life, or even when somebody is yelling at you, you still have to smile because the coffee was too foamy and they didn't like it. Just couldn't help but to live it. Apps like Indeed, LinkedIn helped me and find my first gigs. There are a lot of other apps that I'm going to link here that you can also use, which will save your life. With Marriott, I learned a lot of professionalism. I learned a lot of patience. I learned attention to detail, how to politely deal with demanding and international guests. Pro tip, I still keep a notebook of my lessons that I have learned from each and every job because surprisingly, it is very useful later on. Last and not the least, Louis Vuitton. 2 years of persistent efforts, I kept emailing to every other person who I found on LinkedIn. I kept cold calling on their HR numbers for 2 years and more than maybe like 20 emails that, hey, I'm Shrishti. I made a standard message that I used to message them on LinkedIn and I used to email them because everybody would have an email. And 2 years and 200 messages later, I finally got in. It felt like a dream come true because who wouldn't want to work for Louis Vuitton? I learned client management, it taught me personal branding, and it taught me the power of networking. The amount of people I met because I used to work at the airport. I couldn't imagine my life to be this successful. I consider my life very successful now, whether small or big, I have learned or whatever I have made in my life. Fun fact, I learned that sometimes smallest gestures like remembering someone's name can make a huge impact, not only in the professional life but also the personal life. I would highly recommend that it worked for me, it can work for you. Surviving jobs is just one part. Surviving life in London is another story altogether. London isn't just about work or study. I'll start with travel and experiences. I went to Belgium, Paris, Morocco, Turkey, Iceland, Scotland, a lot of places. And one thing that was common between all of them was each trip taught me independence. I learned about their culture, their experiences, their environment, and how people deal with life. How I would crib about my smallest inconveniences in life when I was back in India because I was privileged. Obviously, we are all privileged when we are at our parents' house. So it taught me a lot. Another thing is mental health. Being away from family is tough. Join communities and try apps like BetterHelp or Headspace. It will save you a lot. Suddenly realizing sitting around the family on the same dining table, just chilling with your cousins because you can, has all suddenly become a privilege. And now eating at a cafe alone is something very intimidating at first, but I realized that it worked out for me. I started enjoying my own company and cooking. The most important part of my life. I feel it is the biggest scam in the world. Cook for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then it just vanishes in like 2 minutes or maybe like five, depends. I'm not hogging, I promise, guys, I'm not hogging. But just imagine like learning to cook saved me money and sometimes my dignity as well. I tried cooking biryani once. The smoke alarm had a better celebration than I did. But anyways, apps like Tasty, BBC Good Food, Super Cook, Too Good To Go, these are all the applications that saved a lot of money. And another application I would highly recommend is First Table. It is an application where you get to choose a timing and they give you 50% off your entire bill. So, a small tip, invest in practical things first: warm jackets, hand gloves, beanies, shoes, groceries that won't make you cry when you check the bills. And guess what? Being away from home also made me connect with my roots like never before, and the way I didn't even expect that. One thing I didn't expect, I got closer to my religion, my roots, and all the festivals that I was celebrating back in India. Starting from Paryushan, Ganesh Chaturthi, Diwali, Holi, you name it, and I have celebrated it here. I started bringing the idols of Lord Ganesha home every year since the past 2 years. It reminds me of the childhood that I spent it with my friends back home, and I wanted to make sure that I do it here as well. I keep continuing to do that. I had major FOMOs every year that I am missing my birthdays, my family's birthdays for the past 5 years. It is a continuing ache that grows within me. I couldn't help but just understand that this is the life that I have created for myself, and it is something that I'm extremely proud of. I might be away from home for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, but I will make sure that the number of years that I'm away from home, I make it count for myself. And that is why this is the journey that I am still continuing, and I'm getting the hope to show up every day. For my religious festivities, I joined my community groups that exists and that can help you connect to other people who are very alike and very similar to how you are. And while my spiritual side was thriving, my wallet was screaming silently. London is expensive. Here's the deal: the room and the accommodation itself would cost you around £700 to £1,200 a month. That's London for you all. Electricity bill would come around £100 a month. Water bill would around £40-50 a month. Our Wi-Fi bill would cost around £30 a month, and the council tax would cost us around £35 to £40 per person per month. Transport for zone 1 and 2, it caps around 150. It just adds up. It is not very easy and not very economical to live in London. Splitwise is a lifetime saver. With flatmates, all the utilities and the expenses that you go through throughout the month is extremely helpful. City Mapper finds the best route for you. It finds the most easiest and the convenient one for you. Oyster TFL app on your phone saves you a lot of time. Oyster is a card that you use while traveling. Also, pro tip, rail card. If you are 16 to 25-year-old, between that age gap, do buy a rail card. It saves 33% on your travel. Next comes the food and the groceries. I usually shopped from the local vendors who had 1-2 pounds basket. You can find them very easily in London, and that saved me a lot of money. I used Lidl, which is a very economical option as compared to Tesco, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, a lot of them. So that is how you can cut down on your expenses. Next comes to lifestyle and fun. London has a lot of endless things to do, honestly. Free things to do like St. Paul's, British Transport Museum, Art Museum. There are a lot of things that you can go and visit for free. It has a lot of events, pop-ups that comes every now and then. Prada Cafe. I remember taking my mom there. There was Sol de Janeiro. I also remember having my first ever Michelin star experience here in London. It was a place called Yatra, and it does amazing food, and that too on a budget, because there is an application called Time Out which helps you to find the best deals. I experienced the Michelin star 3-course meal at £20 only, so you can do that too. Funny story, for once I thought a £12 brunch was a bargain. Rookie mistakes, guys. I'm making sure you don't make them. Okay, so for anybody moving to London, here's what I tell you: be patient with your career. Your first job may not be your dream job. Your first job may not pay you much, but it teaches you skills that you'll use forever. Second of all, step out and explore. Don't be afraid. London has free stuff, markets, parks, and nearby countries that you can easily explore or travel more conveniently than you can think. Invest in yourself. Coursera, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning are awesome courses to start with and to invest in yourself. I invested in a lot of friendship bonding experiences, from doing pottery classes together. There's a very beautiful place and a famous place called Covent Garden. That's where most of the pop-ups takes place. And I also visited my first ever winter wonderland. Oh my god, I always used to dream about going through those Christmas markets and strolling around those Oxford Circus. Christmas in London, I experienced snowfall, experienced how beautiful snow can be, how beautiful the nature can be, spending time with people I made friends with here, attending New Year's with them, attending Bollywood parties. Trust me, once I made the family here, my own chosen family away from home away from home, it has been a blessing in my life. Trying new things like matcha can also be a part of it. I'm sure you can considering it. I'm just a girl, like the like the girl era of me has evolved. And how, last but not the least, embrace the failure. You'll have setbacks, that's fine. Learn, adapt, and grow. And trust me, your journey here will be messy but beautiful and full of stories that you'll never forget. My journey from an 18-year-old with two suitcases to a 20 something in my dream job, it wasn't straightforward. It was messy, it was funny, it was stressful, it was intimidating, but was beautiful and full of lessons. If you're thinking to move to London, take that leap, learn, explore, understand, fail, and grow. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye.